get this money from? Money. Money. Money.
Innovation family, what is up? It's me, Brandon, your host, back with another video from Innovation Property Atlanta. Just here talking about this Turo game, car rental game, side hustles, and ways we can make and save money together. Today's quick video, but before we jump to today's quick reaction video, remember guys, always like my video if you don't mind. Leave me some comments, questions in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification button, please, so you guys are notified when I drop out new reaction videos and new videos about me in my day-to-day running the Turo fleet, and then we will go from there. So today's reaction video is from somebody I've been just started following. I believe he's down in Houston, Texas. He goes by the name of CaseLucasRobinson. I think he's big in the real estate and learning how to grow. I think he has a business also, a roofing business. So he's learning how to, grow a business and build a business. So today he's talking about how to actually make money in 2023 and some of the hustles and skill sets you need to make money. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump in to see what my guy Case is talking about.
Most of them come from YouTubers themselves. They all seem to be based around e-commerce and how to make money on the internet. There is Bia Heza preaching that dropshipping ain't dead in 2023. Eman Ghazi telling you that ChatGPT and AI robots are the keys to getting rich.
AI is going to uproot everything and how we're all basically fucked.
Andrew Tate teaching you how to start a webcam business, to use hot girls to scam old men.
Like, you know what? Fuck, I'm taking over. So what I did is I unplugged their keyboards. So the chicks would sit there and hit a keyboard that wasn't plugged in. And me and my brother, and eventually some staff I trained, would do all the talking. We were taking their money, all of it.
Just kidding, Top G. Don't send your boys to jump me like they jumped Neon. Then we got Joshua Mayo telling you how easy it is to make money in the stock market.
Very practical and legitimate ways that you can make money in the stock market this year.
It's gonna be one of your best choices.
Telling
real
you a
estate
bunch of
and stock
complicated
market
words for how he grows 10 businesses to $100 million every single week.
My goal here is to make you guys as much money as humanly possible. If you're a lazy motherfucker, you better have a load of leverage. Now you have a $300 million a year exit rather than a $25 million a year. He's like, that sounds better. Here's what's crazy. He 10x the company. He just added $10 million to his net worth.
But that doesn't help anyone like you or me at all. So instead of me making a video about how to make money online with something that involves the internet or with some other idea that just recently got popular within the past 2 months, I'm just gonna tell you exactly how I made $365,000 last year using a real life skill that has been around since the first businesses were established hundreds of years ago. The skill that I attribute all my success to in 2022 is sales, and more specifically, high ticket sales. A sales job is a job that involves persuading potential customers to purchase products or services, which in return generates revenue for a business. Sales really offers you a chance to earn financial independence and break free from the limitations of a typical 9-to-5 job, because sales is very lucrative, especially when you're in the right industry.
So ding, 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 guys. He is on the money when he says sales. That is where the money is, guys. So he knows what he's talking about when he says sales. You want to know how to sell, upsell. Everything we do, guys, whether you have a product or you're in the service industry, is about sales, creating revenue, generating revenue. So having soft skills is really important. Knowing how to talk to people, communication skills, knowing how to get along with people. And you can do all these things and still be honest and not have to lie and put on a cover or cover up to get what you want. So, I mean, having a sales skill set is where you want to start with, and then find a product or service you want to sell and market is how you make money, guys. So back to the video.
When you work a 9-to-5 job, you're guaranteed that fixed rate income in exchange for 40 hours of your time. Let's say you're making $60K salary a year, which is about $5K a month with a 9-to-5 job. But imagine making one sale as a salesman that took 10 minutes of your time, and you get handed a $5,000 commission check. That's exactly what happened to me when I took my first sales job, and that's just how lucrative sales is. Also, all sales careers offer what's called a performance-based pay structure. This means the more sales you make, the more money you make. That also means there's a unlimited income earning potential, because when you make a sale, you're making your company money. So that company wants you to make as many sales as possible. And because of that, they have no problem paying you a lot of money because you're making them a lot of money. Also in sales, you do get a lot of flexibility and freedom, and oftentimes you're allowed to choose the hours that you want to work. But if that excites you because that'll allow you to stay home and play more Xbox, then let me just tell you, sales is not for you, because you will only succeed in sales if you are driven.
Gotta
and
be a
determined.
go-getter.
And
Gotta
if you're
be
hungry for
focused.
success, then you will just use that freedom and flexibility to work more towards becoming successful and making more money.
I love it, baby. Let's go.
And on the flip side, you do feel a lot of pressure and a lot of stress, because there's not a guaranteed paycheck coming into your bank account, and all that responsibility falls on your shoulders, which I believe is healthy for a real man, because you should feel some adversity from time to time. So every day in sales, you get to ask yourself one question, and that is, are you willing to wake up and go be a winner that day? Or are you going to choose the easy way out and be an average loser like 90% of the rest of the population we live with? But once you become good at sales, it's like not even having a job anymore. It's just more of a game. The company you're working at will not fire you if you're late or if you do not show up for work, because you're the big dog on the block now and you have all the power to do what you want. And now most of your business will come easy because you have mastered the skills you need to succeed. And instead of it being a challenging life with new days and new bullshit that comes with every other kind of job, it's just a new day, but it's like game day with new players to play the sales game with and go make as much money as you want. So in early 2021, right after I graduated college with a useless bachelor's degree from a 4-year university, I was living in the Dallas, Texas area, and my neighbor was getting his roof replaced. So I walked out to the street and I started speaking with the salesman that sold that job, that worked for the roofing company that was doing the work. Long story short, he wanted to hire me to sell roofs for his own company as a salesman. And at the time, I had a low-paying 9-to-5 job that I was not happy with, so I accepted the opportunity. And just to give you some context, this was for a company that offered residential roof replacements. The roofing business is a very natural disaster or storm damage driven business, particularly hailstorms. So when a hailstorm would hit an area, we would go out to those neighborhoods and try to sell the homeowners a roof replacement because the roof just got damaged by hail. So this was a sales job that required me to go door to door and sell $30,000 roof replacements. That sounds easy, right? Well, to say the least, that definitely took some practice and getting used to. But after my very first sale, I got handed a $4,871 commission check, which was more money than I got paid in a full month of work that consisted of 4 60-hour work weeks at my previous job. Honestly, I couldn't believe what was happening was real. So I sold roofs for that company part-time for about 4 months and made about a total of $60,000 in commissions. And I remember on the last day, I collected my very last commission check for over $14,000, which at the time was life-changing money for myself. So midway through 2021, I relocated to the Houston, Texas area, and I started my own roofing business. And of course, the number one determining factor on the success of my new business was my ability to generate new sales.
There you go.
The company name I
Entrepreneur,
chose did
love
not
it.
make me money. The logo I chose did not make me money.
Get it, Casey.
My website that I built did not make me money. Just because I started an LLC did not make me money. And the quality of work that my company did not make me money. What actually made me money was my ability to go out and generate myself new sales. So all of last year in 2022, I went door to door after hailstorms or windstorms hit my area to make sales. So for me, here's how I make a sale as a roof salesman. Howdy, how you doing? Doing pretty good myself. My name's Case. I'm working on one of your neighbor's houses today. We'll replace the roof from a hailstorm that came through. His insurance company covered it. He just paid his deductible. I was just stopping by, saw your roof. Obviously, had a little bit of age. I was just seeing, you know, if you're in the process of getting it approved and replaced at this point.
That's the thing. It's like a couple of you guys come by and looked at it.
Sure. Okay.
And then they're saying there's no damage.
Oh, really? So you've had it looked at and they say no damage. Okay. Well, I'm happy to take a look at it, of course. I did know when I was walking up that it definitely had some age on it. Do you know how old it is? 25-year-old roof, pretty old for a 30-year shingle. So, you know, when I was walking up, I did see not but relatively a lot of wear and tear. But with that said, I'm happy to take a look at it. I can just grab my ladder, put on my boots, I'll take a look. That's it. Okay. What was your name? Greg, I'm Case Robinson. There is a little more to it than what I just showed you, because after I do the roof inspection, I then have to come down and talk to the homeowner again and show them a photo report of the damage I found on their roof. And then I have to get them to sign the dotted line. But getting that initial inspection is definitely the hardest part of the sale as a roof salesman. I can remember knocking my very first door and barely being able to greet the possible customer whenever they answered the door, because I was so inexperienced and so scared. And then as I kept knocking doors, eventually I was able to get out my first full sentence and then my first full pitch. And eventually I was able to handle a couple of objections. And then eventually I was able to close the sale. Anyways, in 2022, I sold about 50 jobs with an average sales ticket price of $20,000 per job. And my total sales were just under $1 million. And that generated me a profit or income of $365,000 for the full year. From my experience, I've learned that sales is not some talent from God that you're born with. Instead, it is just a skill that can be learned and perfected over time through repetition and practice. And all sales work with the same principle. You start by pitching your product or service to a potential customer, and then the customer responds with an objection, which just means they respond by saying something on why they don't want to buy your product or service. And then it is your job as a salesman to overcome that objection and continue the conversation towards the end goal of closing the sale. And every single time you start a sales call, you start with the same sales pitch, and the customers always respond with the same objections that you've already been trained to overcome. So sales only gets much easier the more you practice and the more you gain experience, because you learn what the common objections are and you learn exactly what to say to overcome those objections. So sales is simply a skill that requires you to actually know the product or service that you're selling. And also it is a skill that requires some communication techniques that help persuade people into buying, like posture and tonality and hand movement and facial expressions. So if you're watching this video and you are a highly competitive person and you're motivated by the potential for earning a high income, then I think sales could be the right career path for you too. Take a second and hit the subscribe button below so you don't miss out on my future videos, and click here to watch my next video. Catch you next time.
First of all, let's give Case a round of applause, man. For him to be, what, 25, 24, 26, and him to have that mentality of a dog, to go out there and get it and conquer his dreams and his goals, I love it. Those are people I want to be around, learn from, watch their videos, subscribe to their channel, and just take it all in, guys. So shout out to Case. Again, I'm going to put his channel in my description, but in my title of the video, so you guys can check him out, help grow his channel, and check him out and help understand what he does on a day-to-day basis. He's big in the housing and learning more about housing and building houses down in Houston. So I'm definitely going to tap into his videos. But again, salute to Case. I love the entrepreneur spirit. I love the energy. I love the fact that he can get up in the morning and he's not afraid to sell and build his company. So that's today's reaction video. You guys tap into the next video. Have a good rest of your evening.
Drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets cold.